Hello, welcome to the Lexicon Artists. I'm your host Ewan, and this, as always, is my word master, Christina.
Hello.
And we are here once again to talk about words, amazing words that will expand our vocabularies and, hopefully teach you something new. So let's get on with it. Okay.
Well, hey, what do we got first?
Our first word today is one that you can use during the winter time. And that word is apricity.
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 What does that mean? Do tell.
Apricity is the warmth of the sun in winter.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I'm saying that correctly, by the way.
Apricity.
Sure.
Yeah, apricity.
Does it have anything to do with April?
Depending where you are in the world, yes. If it's winter in April, I guess it does.
No.
No, it doesn't. Well, it's winter time, so no, the word doesn't though. No. The warmth of the sun in winter. Thursday dawned with grudging apricity. That's a beautiful sentence. And origin 17th century from Latin.
Apricitus.
Apricitus.
Apricitus. Meaning ripe.
Meaning ripe.
Which is interesting. Yeah.
The ripe warmth of winter fruits. I don't know.
Winter's not a warm time.
Yeah,
it's not the only thing that's warm is a little bit of sun.
Out, so, I don't know. Yeah, the warmth of winter. The warmth of the sun in winter.
So the only bit of warmth that comes through, you really got to appreciate it and qualify it as being the apricity, the quality of winter sun.
Yeah,
versus summer sun, which is actually hot.
I think it's probably for places that are always cold, probably. So, I don't know, maybe it's really, really nice to just feel the sun. Yeah, it's really exploded in the 21st century after being brought in the, was it 17th century, it said? So,
yeah.
Wasn't
Can
really...
we expand the, that year brackets? Yeah.
Nope.
Never mind.
Nope, still barely in usage, apparently. Or I'm not sure where these stats are coming from, I guess. It's really currently being used back then in books, I guess. It's the books, used in books and reviewer. So used a lot more in the modern day in novels, I guess, to describe things, describe the warmth of sun. Yes, you'd find it written a lot. Just a good describing word.
It does seem like the kind of word that would be used more in fiction and novels rather than spoken usage, I guess. Don't know how often people would like to throw this into their conversations unless they are particularly wordy. Maybe.
Well,
it's very poetic.
We are.
It's just a particularly poetic kind of word is what I was envisioning.
Yeah.
Envisaging.
Well, I think it's still relevant. So, when it is cold and you have to go outside and maybe you've been up really early in the morning when there hasn't been any sun and it's been freezing and then it's slowly getting warmer and you have to be outside, you're working or something. So, and you're like, ooh, feel that apricity. I don't know. But it seems like it's, as you said, a bit more poetic than that, used in wording rather than literally. Thursday dawned with grudging apricity.
Has a sort of melancholic, tense sort of quality to it as well. Bit of warmth in winter with that grudgingness. Sun, dawn, warm starting, but being thought by the rest of the day in the season.
Some similar and opposite words, maybe? I don't know, any slang for it?
Subnivean, situated or occurring under the snow. Psychrophilic, thriving at, and then it cuts off. I don't know, Merriam-Webster, what do you got?
I like the usage there, saying it's like an uplifting thing or hopeful. Because seeing the sun come up is, the sun, you worship the sun. It's like a good thing, the sun. So.
Yeah, like the one glimpse of warmth and hope out of otherwise the brisk coldness and almost death-like slumber of winter.
Yeah, so I think it's a really nice word and may not get used that much, but I think it could still use it in, like, I don't know, if we went camping or something and we're up really early. It's like, I felt like I was feeling very poetic in the morning. Oh, I'm bathing in the apricity of the morning sun. I don't know. Something like that. Yes. Keep it fun. I don't know, uplifting,
That's
hopeful.
Nice. Yeah, that's basically what you just said. It's hard to beat the feeling of the warmth of the winter sun on your face. There's a word for it too, apricity. Uplifting, hopeful, calming. Even a few short moments to bask in an unexpected, weak but glorious gleam of winter sunlight is wonderful.
Yeah, think of it like being showered in the sun
Yeah.
when you need to be, or
A brief
when you've
burst
been
of apricity.
cold and
Warms the spirits
warming
and
for
your
the day.
skin.
Yeah, so warming up kind of makes me feel like I'm getting started for the day, I guess. So, yeah, one word that maybe you won't hear still, but a
Now
word
you know
that I
it.
think is very, very pretty regardless, and just had to bring some attention to that one. All right, so the next one here has popped up a bit in recent times because of the movie Inside Out 2.
Sorry, I just kicked the desk.
Inside Out 2, because the girl became a teenager and she experienced a lot of ennui.
New emotion, a developed emotion that comes with maturity, I guess. The next level for after childhood. And the simplicity of childhood is followed by the capacity to feel ennui.
Feeling of listlessness and dissatisfaction arising from a lack of occupation or excitement.
He succumbed to ennui and despair. Which is funny, because I definitely knew the word as a teenager, but experienced it as a child.
Yes, well, yeah, I think I experienced it without knowing that
What
word
it was.
at all. I
How to
think I
describe
only knew that word, learnt it when Inside Out came out, to be honest.
Inside Out too.
Yeah, I really had no idea what that emotion was called.
Yeah.
So,
Really does show or teach a lot of emotional intelligence in those movies, being able to identify what each facet of yourself or your emotional landscape is, your team.
it's good to have these descriptive words, especially in these dissatisfactory and listlessness scenarios to describe how you're feeling. I don't know. Yes, I'm pretty sure we're saying that right.
Ennui.
Ennui.
Ennui. So like it's an O, but it's an E because it's French.
Yes, yes.
Origin, Latin, then to French.
Yeah.
Okay, origin.
Mihi in odia es, in odio ennui. It is hateful to me. Odious.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I loathe it. Like,
In audio.
ennui.
Mihi odio.
Mid-18th century
Annoy.
French from Latin, audio.
It does look like annoying, like things that had just, like a thorn going inwards, annoying your soul. Like ennui, the capacity to not feel joy.
Yeah, unsatisfied.
Yeah.
And like a yearning or like...
And bothered, hateful, and dissatisfied, listless. Yeah, all these feelings just occupying the negative scope of the emotional landscape. Like I said, all these different archetypes in the Inside Out 2 movie as well really help visualize and imagine what is going on inside the human mind and soul.
Yeah, well, I think they do it really well, obviously. Like,
really anthropomorphize concepts that are, not naturally like that for everyone. It's just a big nebulous whatever it is inside people.
well, it shows how they're all different.
Yeah.
Like, I love how, because it's obviously mainly about the kid and the kid's brain, but in the first one, and maybe a bit in the second one, it goes to other people's brains.
The parents.
And like
They got
the
their own
mum's got
version.
her one, and they're like,
Somebody else is the main one. in there.
all over it, like the mothership essentially, and then it goes to the dad's one, and they're like, god, bit like lazy. Anyway,
So
it's a little bit
tropes, it's great.
stereotypic,
Yeah.
it's tropey, but sends the point home.
Yeah.
And when you bring up these emotions, it's good to know about them and know what they're called, I guess.
Yeah. And
we all experience a bit of ennui, I think.
And in general, having movies and media sort of play out the concept and, show it for people as well.
Definitely.
Really helps too.
In the modern
not just
day.
joy, not just sadness.
No, it can't just be that. And that's why.
Kind of is like the unevolved Pokemon version or Digimon, sadness, and then it evolves up to ennui, and then it could potentially evolve up into something even worse. Full-blown depression.
Well, that's it. Well, that's what a lot of pop culture things do teach us about the slide that emotions can lead to, like Star Wars. Like fear leads to darkness, or was it fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate,
hate
leads to suffering.
Yes, exactly.
And I'll always remember that.
Simple but true, and it's like all the world religions have similar ethos. It's like, you can really let the negativity spiral you out, and if you don't stop and let the happiness in and have a bit of love in your life and perspective, try and get yourself right, then the darkness will just overwhelm. Yeah,
that's right. So being open and knowing about these things is possibly a first step. Maybe people had forgotten a bit about ennui in the last century or so, it seems. Big drop off. And maybe it's coming back on the up again. So there you go. 1820 though.
Yeah.
1820 is a lot of ennui. Describing it in books at least. Yeah, it was in text.
I think that might have been the Romantic period as well, so perhaps that's why it's
post-Shakespeare. Was it? No.
Was he around that? I suck
at remembering. 1700s,
I suck at remembering which era he was. He would have just died a few decades before, but still been popular and having... I don't think he ever stopped being popular. I think they just kept on playing his plays.
Well, it's one of those French words / Latin words that is translated and has become an English word, and we use it. It's like entrepreneur.
But for a while it was really in vogue for like a particular class in society, like the socialites, the intellectuals, the people who were just, going to parties and talking about stuff. They were the trendsetters for language and the memes of the day, basically. So they would talk and pass words around that they found interesting. So that's how a lot of culture happened back in the day, the slow times before Facebook and the internet and Instagram. They would meet up in person and talk.
Overwhelmed and the only bit of socializing and a lot of learning came from socializing in those
in person.
In person bits. So it doesn't happen much anymore.
But maybe it was the interesting words. It's like you'd remember having an interesting conversation with somebody who, is just more exceptional and perhaps gives you something of value in their conversation, and then that is memorable and gets passed on again. And that's how those words kind of like pick up steam and get popular, and then it just dies down again because everyone's sick of it after a while. Too popular, too overused.
Words work in mysterious ways, I guess. Some come and go, some circulate from different ways as well. So the old ways and the new ways, I guess. Let's look at some usage examples really quick. He succumbed to ennui and despair.
Personally, I found it quite dull, but then I suffer from financial ennui.
Oof. Yes, you can experience financial ennui. Similar words, as we said before, boredom,
nothing's quite exactly the same, but in the same ballpark.
Restlessness.
Languor. Lassitude.
Enervation.
Lethargy. Wait, did you say it? Lethargy? Yeah, innovation.
Innovation.
How do you say it?
It's not innovation.
Yeah, I know, but how do you say it? Innovation?
Let's quickly see how we say this one.
Innovation
is pretty close to innovation.
Feeling of being drained of energy or vitality. Malaise, weariness, sluggishness, dissatisfaction, dejection, despondency. unease, Weltschmerz.
Weltschmerz. It's
Weltschmerz.
capitalized. Feeling of melancholy or world weariness.
Scroll down.
Weltschmerz.
Weltschmerz.
That's German.
Yes. World pain.
World
Excellent.
pain. Great
Weltschmerz.
Yeah, I've never heard
Say
a
it again,
better
wait.
description.
Weltschmerz.
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 Weltschmerz. Yeah.
Love it.
Weltschmerz.
That's a good one.
Weltschmerz.
Way of describing or a similar one to ennui. Very good.
Straight up world pain.
World pain.
and so German sounding like Achtung!
Yeah.
Ich habe Weltschmerz.
Aggressive.
Just I hurt your ears with my pain.
All right, on to our third word now, and this one is a bit of a tongue twister. I had to double check it a few times, and I'm probably going to stuff it up again. But this one is Dinosophist. I stuffed it up again.
So confident.
Well,
Dinosophist?
Dinosophist.
Diagnosophist.
Dinosophist.
Dinosophist.
Try and sound more like a computer.
Dinosophist. And that word is a word that describes a person who is an adept conversationalist at a meal.
Excellent. No. Alright, yeah.
And you picked this one because
I-
it comes from Greek.
I just liked
Background
the
and
random
like the-
letters, and I didn't even pick what it meant. I was just like, this one.
I think you clocked on
Sophist.
that it was a Greek word because of the
Just the way it's spelled is a
spelled
clue.
out.
Yeah.
It's quite obviously Greek. So it means, Dipnon, or I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Dipno. I also don't know if I'm saying it right, but the word for meal in Greek is dipno.
And
Dipno.
Sophist.
Dipno. And sophist.
The wise man.
Obviously from Sophocles, I'm guessing, or sophist. Yes.
That makes sense.
Just philosopher.
Yeah, so wise man or expert.
Yeah.
Uncommon term that refers to someone skilled at both eating and witty, knowledgeable conversation during a dinner or meal. So I think between us, we are Dinosophists.
Between us, we take turns. We can't do both at the same time. I eat, you talk, vice versa. Yeah. You can go into a food coma.
Master at the dinner table of conversation, skilled at witty, knowledgeable, or entertaining talk while dining. The word is derived from the title of a 3rd century Greek work by Athenaeus called Diagnosophistae, which translates to the Diagnosophis or banquet of the learned. The work features a banquet where learned men discuss food and other topics. Usage is rare and often archaic word is used to describe someone discussion during a meal. Another probably dying art, I guess, is the Dinosophist, is someone who can... No, we don't really sit at the dinner table much
You don't
anymore.
even have the table.
Well, growing up in the 90s or whatever, it probably happened a lot more, maybe.
Maybe.
People eat out or Uber Eats, sit at the TV, watch their phones now. So people aren't
phones
talking
away,
at the table. People aren't
conversing, not participating in
we don't have as many Dinosophistae out there.
It's a lost art, perhaps.
Yeah, or maybe people are just too
Dying
focused
out.
on the food or taking pictures of the food. Or... While the original term described experts in culinary matters, its modern English usage emphasizes the learned conversation aspect of those ancient banquets.
Okay, so in the original play, obviously they're actual wise people and philosophers who, just hung out, had dinners and banquets and talked of intellectual subjects and thought-provoking things. It was during the era in ancient Greece when they were into making universities for scholars and philosophers to advance the human mind in different arenas like logic and rhetoric, and they also would feast. That's how they did it. They would go
Yeah,
have a
let's
full banquet, get
feed the
drunk and
mind.
talk.
Yeah,
Just keep on talking.
It's a big cycle of eating and drinking and talking
Yeah,
and
food for the
talking while you're
mind,
drinking and talking,
mind for
eating while
thought,
you're
yeah.
talking. Yeah, and then the learned conversation. I guess what about modern times? I guess
I mean, it helps. It's
Higher-
more
it's a bit of a classist
enjoyable.
thing.
You know, you kind of have a good time. Like Epicurus, his whole thing was you just need the simple things of life that are good quality, good food and good friends, and that you're
talk about
set.
anything.
You know, you don't need to go over the top and have, you know, the modern usage of the word seems to suggest having luxury and being really ostentatious, but originally Epicure was just
Anyway,
basic, simple. You have your friends and your people you actually like.
you
And
break
don't-
bread and
Yeah,
talk.
just food you like and conversation you actually like. You don't necessarily need to have the filler kind of crap, I think, is what is the exclusion of. There's plenty
Yeah.
of conversation that is just
It's got substance.
doesn't sustain because it's too much of the small talk, or it's just people who really truly aren't good at picking up conversation. Like, I know we all suck a little bit sometimes and aren't there to pick up the ball. But sometimes conversation really is a skill, and you can tell when some people do not have the basics while others are full-on experts. So that is why you can definitely say, yeah, it's very appreciative on a different level to have that, you know, the Dinosophist. I've forgotten how to say it already. Dinosophist and Dinosophistery, you know, have a real intellectual conversation over dinner. A feast for the mind as well as for the body.
Current events or
Yeah.
like, I guess, you know, it was
Alleviate
very-
yourself.
Oh, I've forgotten what it was. There was a video game I played. Testament or Tense. Oh, I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Anyway, a big part of this was, so it was set in like the 1600s or 1700s Italy. And it's just based in this small Italian town. There's been like a murder. And the way you find out any kind of information in this town
Talking to
is
people.
by eating lunch
Oh.
with people and
Yeah.
having conversations and breaking and
Yeah.
piecing together people's minds and stuff. And that's how you do it. So I guess they were all Dinosophists just chatting away and talking about the world around them, really. Even in their small little world 400 years ago. Didn't matter about the rest of the world. That was their world. So
That's how most human civilizations have been throughout all the time, and geography. Most of the time, if conditions have allowed, people get together, they eat and they talk, they socialize.
yeah.
That's how information is spread, if it is able to spread and be shared.
While eating.
While eating. It really helps, you know, it brings people together, breaks down barriers. You get happier, you're less irate when you're well fed, and then
Just
the
a
words
joyous-
just flow. Yeah.
Joyous occasion. So good to have some diagnosophistic tendencies in your
Yeah.
day-to-day life. And just a word I thought we should all know a bit more about.
Hey, what do we got?
All right, so word number 4 here is a really fun one in my mind, and that word is taradiddle.
Ooh.
Taradiddle.
Taradiddle.
Pretty sure I'm saying that right.
Taradiddle.
Yes, I am. And that is a very, very fun, cute way of saying a petty lie.
It's such a silly word. Pretentious nonsense.
Pretentious nonsense. No sane person would make up such a taradiddle.
This taradiddle from him about his new radio show. A petty lie. Wow. Yeah.
So it's come from English origin, from diddle,
What a word.
and then got extended to taradiddle.
Yeah.
Not sure how.
With 1 or 2 R's, doesn't matter. I guess because it makes it feel a little bit diminutive, you know, just like there's lies, there's white lies, there's big lies, there's
And then
egregious lies.
Why lies?
Why?
Like,
Yeah, it
yeah.
really makes you question what the point of that was. Why?
come on.
Who?
You can probably see through it easily, or it's like, you didn't
just-
need to
yeah.
lie about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you've got kids, and I guess the other thought I had was maybe it's been shortened again, and maybe that's how we get tattle, like a tattletale, or something like taradiddle, tattle. I don't know. So
Tattletale. I don't know. You
tattletale.
gotta look that one up, perhaps.
A little bit different,
Where
maybe.
tattletale came from. Because, yeah,
Tattletale's
that's
more telling the truth.
Telling on
To
somebody,
someone,
though.
yeah, telling someone else the truth about someone else.
Yeah.
That they were lying about. So, I don't know, it's a bit different. So,
telling on somebody else behind their back instead of covering for them, I
like
think
a
is implied.
petty truth teller.
Yeah. Which is weird. It's all a whole lot of nuance for society, really, because no sane person would make up such a taradiddle. It seems to imply to me you found someone who's just a compulsive liar, who lies about such silly, inconsequential, tiny things, or obviously untrue things that you
Factually
just
concrete things. It's like,
it just
come
makes
on,
you
that's
wonder why, what's up with you? Why would you bother doing that?
Yeah, just
Versus the tattletalers, and it's just like, come on, mate, why would you do that? I'd be like that.
My guess is you could use this with kids a lot when they're telling fibs, or you wanna.
Yeah.
But then does it glorify
Reinforce truth
lying?
telling? Well, if you're gonna lie, you have to at least lie with a purpose, for a proper, legitimate purpose, which I guess is where the concept of white lies comes in, which you can't really do for the very young, but you can do for those that are able to handle morally grey concepts, which young kids can't, and then that's a whole kettle of eels or whatever, just because you don't want people to be dishonest in any kind of capacity. It's got to be like good capacity to justify it morally, so you don't have a person who's just twisted and abusive because they've had their fundamental idea of truth and lies twisted. It's like, what? It's pretty integral to being a person, not lying.
But also, like, if you're gonna lie, you
Yeah,
should probably be good at it.
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
You need to
exactly.
have
So-
that capacity to determine, is this worth lying about? And if so, why? And if you're lying about stuff that's just nothing, it's like a weird red flag of like, why are you lying like this for this? Do you just like lying? Do you like attention?
Yeah,
Do
so
you
maybe-
not like reality?
Maybe
what?
it's good to tell your kids like what the difference between like a good lie and a bad lie or something, or like I don't know.
The consequences of lying.
Yeah,
and-
consequences of it, and
Yeah.
calling out and being like, if they are telling a lie, that's essentially like calling bullshit. If you call bullshit on someone, you can say it to your kids, be like, taradiddle. That's taradiddle.
Sometimes
like,
it's fun. Like, people
Jimmy-
like to make believe and make up things just for fun, like that, a role play kind of thing. And just like, you can't be doing that all the time, because there is also reality. You know, you can't be making things up when people
there's
do need to be able to tell the difference.
Lies, which is just like people genuinely trying to stop from having to tell the truth.
And then there's euphemisms, and there's just like socially accepted things that are like industry secrets and stuff, or like, you know, open secrets, and it's like we can't straight up say stuff, but everyone acknowledges it. And all sorts of lies and justified untruths, I guess. Taradiddle,
Like in the social scheme of things, it's like we're pretty all adept to the concept of lying, and we all know truth when
like
we
sarcasm
see it,
and all these other ways of saying, like, obviously when a thing is in context, true or not, and you can tell how it's used usually.
Interesting. Well, the usage here, speaking of that, has got a big spike way back in books. This is, again, in written literature. But a bit of a spike.
Got real popular
usage back
there
then.
in the 1840s.
And it's kind of died a little bit spike. Early century, mid-century, or late century.
It does have that, you know, vibe of being an archaic kind of word. Like, people don't usually like words that sound too much of the era that have gone by. Like
Mm.
the
Too
trends come
old-timey.
in and out. Yeah, too
Yeah.
old-timey.
Yes.
Unless they want to say something to make a certain effect, like a trend or a flavor that's come back in.
So it's one of those one of those words that obviously popped up not too long ago, but
Yeah.
it's long enough ago to be like, that's been old for a while.
Yeah.
But not an ancient, not like an old word. So it's
Yeah,
like,
not-
it's
not
just
like
come and
Old
gone
English
real
or
quick,
Middle
I guess.
English.
Or maybe people just say, stop
It's
dealing.
also, that there. And if do you want to go further back than
We
1800?
can have a look and see. Let's
Think,
go,
yeah,
what dialect
let's
is
see.
16? Well, this is in books again,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Not
so
many
just
books back
1800.
then, I guess, so.
Yeah, diddle is like a word as well. Just, not a great
Well, that's
thing.
where it came.
Yeah.
It was diddle.
Diddle.
In the first place. So let's click on
To mess
hey
with.
diddle diddle,
Yeah. To cheat or
back
swindle.
in- yeah. Hey diddle
So
diddle,
as
the
to
cat and the fiddle.
deprive them of something. And
Past time. So to diddle around.
Mm-hmm. Vulgar slang.
And yes, unfortunately, diddle is a bad word as well.
Yeah,
so
my neck cracked then.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good to know that too. That it is obviously
Yeah.
people don't want to say diddle that much.
No,
you know?
it doesn't
And people.
have that negative connotation.
Yeah. Hmm. Anyway,
yeah.
so yeah, that's diddle or taradiddle,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think taradiddle in particular, one maybe for the kids, and one for children.
fun
more
word,
so.
yeah.
Yeah. If you're gonna call out your kids for lying,
Fulfilling,
well,
yeah.
tell them to stop the old
Doing the-
taradiddle and get their
Yeah.
lying up to speed, because those lies are weak.
Yeah.
All right, on to our final word for today, and it's one that people might not know about, but they definitely know what the meaning is, and that word is octothorpe.
Oh, yeah. Fun word.
Octothorpe.
Octothorpe.
And
How do we say
you
it?
might know this. Yeah, okay, so we'll see how it's said. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it all right.
Octothorpe.
Octothorpe, yes. And it is another word, or I think the original word, for the hashtag symbol, or the hash sign, or in America they call it the pound sign.
Was it America that called it that, or was that a British thing?
Pretty sure it's American.
Okay.
We'll
I know
find
it's a
out.
bit out of fashion now to call it the pound sign. It's
Uh,
been the hashtag for at least since the internet.
Yeah, well, the internet
not the internet,
has,
but the recent internet.
created the
Internet
hashtag.
3.0.
It was coined for social media and things to help share things. And but yeah, the origin there, English, octo. It's obviously the
It's got 8 points, 8 lines.
8.
Does it have 8? It's 4, 1, and then another 4.
Yes.
So then
yeah,
you get
so it's
8 at the each end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's like that.
Yeah. So I always think of it as like the noughts and crosses thing
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
And I always think 9 with that because there's 9 squares to put your circles
Okay.
in. So yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit. I don't know. In my mind, I lose it a bit. But yeah, obviously there's 8.
There's
lines at the end
9
of the day.
empty squares
Yes.
with 8 lines
Yeah.
making them.
Yes, so it does my head in. Anyway, uncertain origin. Probably
Yeah,
from
what?
Octo.
Thorpe?
8 points on the symbol. Yeah, and Thorpe. Not sure Thorpe.
Why? Come on, Thorpe.
Maybe it's got a
Yeah.
capital, so it might just be
Yeah, the
guy that made
surname.
it, I guess.
Yeah,
So it's
okay.
the hashtag these days. Adopted by telecommunication industry with the advent of touch tone dialing in the 1960s, but it remains unknown how exactly the symbol got its odd name. Octopart obviously refers to the 8 points, but the Thorpe bit is mysterious. Yeah, that's why they gave it a new name.
Yeah,
Pound.
I mean, are we
Hashtag.
just? Do we need the mystery? Do we want to be just tempted with never having a satisfactory answer? Can we just move on and call it something
It's a
else?
mysterious word. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's got decent
Still,
usage still.
yeah.
It's being used in books, or maybe it's more journals or scientific texts, maybe. But popping off in the usage. Go team. Yeah, go English. Using it a bit more. And yeah, obviously, yeah, changed a bit in modern times though. Don't think you'd get too many people using it in a sentence. Almost no one knows. It's called an octothorpe, and most of those who don't don't call it that. Yeah, you call it a hashtag these days.
Yeah.
So it's changed.
I mean, if you're going to talk about it, you need other people to know what you're talking about. Yeah. So what are you going to do? Be like, hey, you know that thing that you call a hashtag? It's actually called an octothorpe. Now I'm only going to talk about octothorpes.
And it just doesn't roll off the tongue nearly as well.
Hashtag,
octothorpe.
pound symbol.
Really struggle to say. Yeah, it's a hashtag.
Octothorn.
The number sign, you know.
Tic-tac-toe sign.
Tic-tac-toe.
They do talk about it that way. So, a crisscross.
Crisscross. So all these other ways you can use it are probably much more common, and people would actually know what you're talking about.
Scroll down a little. What's a flibberty-gibbet?
Wowie. A foolish, flighty, and overly talkative person.
Why a foolish woman? Why say specifically foolish woman? A fool, a muggins, a saphead, and a tomfool.
A
flibberty-gibbet.
Flibberty-gibbet.
Just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, some of the words we find along the way are sometimes better than the ones I've got on the list.
Yep, we're on a journey.
Great stuff.
You know what? A flibberty-gibbet would love to use the word octothorpe. They'd be like, bring in the men.
Yeah.
It's like, call me on octothorpe 0407, etc., etc.
Yeah, just going back to, I don't know, why is it a pound? Is it? Yes, the hashtag symbol is called the pound sign in the US. So I think I heard that on like The Simpsons and stuff whenever they're dialing. Mm-hmm. Hit the pound sign now.
Yeah.
You know, same as here, we call it hash on all of our services and things for the phones. Whenever I'm dealing with Telstra, it's like,
hash key.
Hit the hash key, yeah.
Yeah.
No one's calling it an octothorpe anymore. It's probably a dead word at this point, but bit of education for everyone at the end of the day. That's probably what they originally were calling it.
In the 60s, they needed a name. They came up with a name.
But so quickly has it been made obsolete, and people are like, no, we're not going to say that anymore.
Moved on.
That's a dumb word. So interesting, but we're not going to use that one, probably.
It's like, here's a new word, now forget all about it.
But now you know. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching this week. A couple of fun words for your vocabulary, and stay tuned. See you next time. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy what you saw today, please like and subscribe, and follow us on Blue Sky and Duolingo if you'd like to learn more.